Hi, I'm Stetson Burden with Van. And what I'm going to be doing with you is just hanging out. We're going to be talking truck safety, getting some sleep, keeping your truck clean. That's very important. Let's just hang out and talk. First thing you want to do when you're starting your pre-trip is to pop the hood. You want to go under there and you want to check the components like your oil, your coolant. You want to check all your bearings and everything and make sure no lines, no wires or anything are hanging, anything is frayed. You check all these wires here. You want to check and make sure everything is connected. Make sure nothing that is frayed, nothing is hanging, no leaks or anything like that. Then you want to check that your coolant is at the proper factory setting. You don't want to have this low at any time because you're going to have some big problems. You want to check your oil. Your oil is here, all right? And there, that's your oil. You want to check your bearings. Then you want to check your leaf springs. Nothing broken, nothing leaking. That way you know you're in correct DOT operation. Next, we're going to close the hood. You want to check and make sure all your lights are blinking, not cracked, they're working. You want to make sure all your lights are working from head to toe. Everything's flashing, that's front and back. You do not want them lights to be out because that is a DOT violation. You want to close this bad boy back up. Make sure it's locked. Because you do not want to hit your brakes and this tear somebody's trunk off. Okay, it will come open. Give it a couple tugs, you're good to go. Always make sure that you close your hood. Not just close it, but latch it. Very important. Boom. Please make sure you check your unit because all hoods do not latch the same. Some are popped like a car hood does. So you can easily pop it from under the steering wheel. But this one, it latches from outside. So be sure when you assign a unit that you're very familiar with how your hood latches and opens. Very important. It's very important to keep your driving space clear of debris, water bottles rolling around. You can get stuck up under your pedal. That can put you in a very bad situation when it comes to stopping or even accelerating when need be. Might be caught on a railroad track and you cannot accelerate because you have something like a pop bottle or something under your accelerator. So you should be keeping this area pretty free of debris, things rolling around in the truck. You do not want anything in here. Cables or anything should not be here. Believe it or not, cables down there can be a DOT violation. When doing your pre-trip, you want to make sure that your DEF cap is actually connected and locked in place. Same thing with the fuel cap. Should not be loose, no play at all. That'll be a violation and you will be fined for it. You don't want that. Make sure there's no damage, hanging, nothing hanging, no debris at all. You want to make sure your box opens and closes. Very important. They will get you for that. So in here should be fire extinguishers and 3 triangles. Not 1, not 2, but 3 triangles. So if anything was to happen, you're supposed to place those behind the unit so people can know that you are a hazard at that moment and something is going on. So make sure you got it, because this truck don't. And when you are checking for your fire extinguisher, it cannot be anything on top of it. It has to be clear. It has to be accessible. You have to be able to pull it out just in case there's a fire. You don't want to go searching for that when it's time to pull it out. Back here, you have your cables and your lines. They need to be nice and neat. Can't be hanging over the catwalk, can't be loose, have to be put away. Nice and tight, nice and neat. So that when you check, when you hook up to your trailer, you shouldn't have to look for anything. Everything is right here available for you. Most important thing you need to check on the pre-trip is your tires, front and back. You can kick them, use a hammer, make sure these boys are nice and bulky, meaty. What I mean by meaty, that the tread depth is pretty thick here. You don't have to worry about it. You can tell when the tire is not good. It's balding, but these tires are good to go. I don't have to guess about these. So your tires should be inflated. Anything below 50% will get you out of service. You don't want that. So always check your tires every single time, front and back. You can kick them, use a hammer, hit them. You should hear a nice good thud on it. These tires are good to go. I know that I'm safe. I don't have to worry about no hazards as far as tires are concerned. So what you want to do, whenever you're driving, you want to check your local speed limit on the street that you're on. It's very easy to not pay attention and be ahead of it. We don't want to have that issue happening because, believe me, the police are watching. When you run it over the speed limit, that is a DOT violation. And it's a ticket, and then that can cause them to check anything that's going on with your unit at the time. We don't want them problems. So always make sure you pay attention to the speed limit. A lot of times you have a camera that's on board. She has to tell you what's going on. I call her my little helper. A lot of times she will tell you when you're braking too hard, when you're speeding, when you're following too close, improper lane changes. So it's important that you keep that camera clear so she can help you when you're not paying attention when you should be doing in the first place. But with that being said, first thing you need to pay attention to is the speed. Shouldn't be speeding. If it takes time for you to get there a little bit longer, you should trip plan and put yourself ahead of the schedule. Put the rush at the beginning so you don't have to rush at the end. So it's very important that you trip plan. Put yourself ahead of the game, ahead of your clock. Communicate with your dispatchers. Let them know what you're doing, when you're stopping, so that we can assist you and make sure that you're on proper time to deliver your load. You should always be using your mirrors. You should be glancing, taking opportunities to check your blind spots. Rock and roll. Make sure nobody's cutting you off. Make sure you're taking your time to clear yourself so they won't be sneaking up behind you when you're making the right turn like this. All right? Sometimes cars like to cheat and come up behind you or come up under you, run right into your unit because they did not know that you were making the right turn. However, you should have notified them with properly using your signals. Make sure you signal early so people can know your intentions. It's very easy to guess with a semi-truck. They don't always guess right, majority of the time. So take the guessing out of the game and notify everybody what you're trying to do. Now, when connecting to a trailer, what you want to do is check that trailer number. You want to check that the trailer is not loaded nor damaged. You want to make sure that it's the trailer that you're supposed to be picking up. And when your ELD, you want to make sure the information is correct with your unit and with that trailer. If I got trailer 123, it should say 123 in my logs. Because if you don't, you'll be questioned by DOT if you have to do an inspection and they check your logs. So everything that you're doing with your truck and your trailer should match what's in your ELD at all times. If you happen to run up into an opportunity where the trailer is not in proper working conditions, the first thing you need to do is let your dispatcher know, hey, I am having whatever issues, either it's damaged, missing, something's wrong, and we can move forward to getting the proper things handled for you. Remember, on the way out the truck, you should always have 3 points of contact. Holding this truck at some point because you can easily, especially in the wintertime, even when it rains, can slip off of here because I know you veterans been doing it for years. But it'll take that one time where you slip and fall, hit your head, fall out. And you could be in some areas where you're by yourself and you could be laying there for hours. So the most important thing you need to do, 3 points of contact, in and out the truck. Even sometimes when you have to climb up here to do whatever you need to do, try to find some way to hold on to the unit. You might have to do something with your trailer. You might have to do anything back here. Always hold on, because if you fall, it's on you, buddy. It is on you. First thing you do before you connect to any trailer is to make sure your fifth wheel is properly greased, because you're gonna need that, right? So then you connect to your unit. You wanna check the trailer first. You wanna check the landing gear. You want to check the stickers, make sure all of this is connected. Make sure there's no cracking or anything on the trailer. Look up and down, all the way back. Again, tires, tires, tires. You want to check your tires. Get up under there. Good example of a no good tire. I'm not going anywhere. That's no good, right? So luckily we're here at the shop. We ain't got to move nowhere. So you want to get under here. Make sure all your cables and everything. You want to check your brakes. You want to look at them, because you get pulled off for DOT, it is on you. Make sure your wires are not hanging, because you can easily get caught on the railroad track. Anything. So get under there and take a look for yourself. Take the question out of everything. You don't have all the answers. I've been doing it for X amount of years. It's not good enough. It'll take that one time you get caught, put out of service or anything. So always check. Can't really get behind this trailer, but always check your doors, your hinges. Make sure they're not broken. Make sure that everything is connected and where it needs to be. Your lights, when you have your hazards on, they should be blinking. You want to check your ABS and make sure that your air system is working correctly. Mud flaps, that's an easy violation. Make sure it's not dragging the ground, not hanging. Make sure it's bolted properly. You can't use zip ties to connect them until you get to a shop and they can bolt it properly. You want to make sure this is connected. It's not hanging, not damaged, not properly. And when you connect to a trailer, you want to make sure that your landing gear is all the way up. Again, it's easy to get caught at a railroad track, easily. Just because you're running into different terrains, you might get caught. You don't want that problem. Good example of a good mud flap on your truck. You want to make sure it's nice and neat. Make sure your reflector tape is on there. Now, they won't worry about this if you connect it to a trailer, but as soon as you disconnect, this becomes a problem if it's not in place. So you need to make sure, always make sure that this is in place. That is a silly thing to get connected with a DOT violation. You don't want them problems. And when the truck is sitting, you want to always listen. Your truck sometimes tells you something is wrong by a simple hiss. You want to listen for air. You want to listen for things that's not supposed to be happening, like hisses. You hear that air, something is leaking. So you have to find out what's going on with that, because it could be your airbags, it could be a tire, it could be anything. So make sure that you're always listening while you're doing this. And when you're doing your PTI with your phone and your camera to upload them to your dispatch, always do maybe like a 5 to 10 minute video, because pictures can only tell so much of the story. So if you do a small video, they can hear what's going on. And if you need assistance, we can get you the proper help that you need. The main thing you want to do is keep DOT off your tail, right? Keep them as far away as you can. So you'll be surprised what a truck washer do for you. If they see a dirty truck, you can now become a target. We don't want no targets when it comes to the DOT. Another simple thing that can get us caught. If these lights right here are not working or not mounted properly, keep that attention away from you. They look for stuff like that. They look for things like in your dash, a lot of paperwork. They want to see if your truck is not clean, I probably got me one. So you probably want to keep that dash clean from debris, BOLs, which you should be turning in anyway. Your BOLs, paperwork, maps. You want to keep all that stuff out of your dash so that you don't draw attention from nobody, okay? So number one thing, keep it clean inside and outside of your truck. You don't want to be a target for nobody, especially DOT. I recommend every single time, I don't care how long you've been driving, do a tug test, because what's going to happen to you, you're going to pull off and that trailer is going to be going the opposite direction down the highway. And then secondly, get out and look. Make sure that kingpin is in there and that it's bolted, locked. And again, make sure your fifth wheel is locked, and you want to make sure that landing gear is all the way up, because it only takes a little bit of something to grab that landing gear and snug you. Now you hung on the highway. Now we probably have to call toll and other situations, and we don't want to do that, and we don't want to have to get you out of no problems. So do your job properly. And again, I'll always come back with some PTI opportunities that can help you stay safe on the highway. I'm Stetson with Werner, and I'll be back with you with some more PTI opportunities. I'm Stetson Burden with Werner, and I just simply want to talk to you about some safety tips. Man, it's so much that you can cover that I have to do multiple videos. Let's just talk about the simple things, make the big picture. Did you know it's important to keep a clean truck? DOT look for dirty trucks just to bother. We don't want them problems. So if you got to do it yourself, get out and clean it. I don't want no problems. Man, did you know being a professional driver, it's important to take a shower? People can smell you miles away. So when you at the receiver, you at the shipper, let's represent our company well. Make sure you wash yourself, take a shower. Loves, you can earn points to take a, we even give you the money to take a shower. So please, take a shower. Being part of a professional driver is to be on time. Be on time, God. Let me make this phone call. I'm gonna talk to you in a minute. Listen, I'm Stetson Burning with Werner, but I got to talk to you later because we don't be late here. We're not late.